Welcome back to the Crypto Mastermind Show, guys. With some stuff that I want to show you. Today, we're going to talk about stable coins, why it's important, what's why what's the use cases of it, what's going on. I'm going to talk about it. I got some articles here with Coinbase. It says the state of crypto, the future of money. Basically, if you don't know what a stable coin is, it's basically a currency, a digital currency that is run on a blockchain, simply said. Most of you probably already know what a stable coin is. I mean, there's been a lot of stable coin growth, guys, like big time. So the lot of a lot of companies are starting to use stablecoin. A lot of these unbanked people are starting to use stablecoin. And I'll read this part here. Crypto helps address the top financial pain points for facing SMBs. SMBs meaning small and medium-sized businesses. 82% of SMBs says crypto can help solve at least one of the pain points that their business faces, up from 68% a year ago. In 2024, the annual stablecoin transfer volume reached a whopping 27.6 trillion, surpassing a combined volume of Visa and MasterCard in 2024 by over 7.68%, highlighting their realized potential for businesses as a faster, cheaper, and more scalable solution for cross-border payments. That's massive, guys. He had a whopping 27.6 trillion in transfer volume. Yeah, it's probably higher by now as well. More than Visa and MasterCard put together. And this is what's going to drive the values of our cryptos up, especially XRP and XLM and XDC. I just said here about the Fortune 500 executives. They're like considering having on-chain crypto activities on their company as a part of their company strategy. In other words, they're trying to crypto out their company. Because with crypto, with stable coins, it's a lot faster. The transactions happen a lot faster and it's interoperable, and you don't have to wait 2 or 3 days to get your money. Also, because now we got the Genius Act, so it says like right here, I'll read this part out. Regulatory clarity is the unlock for crypto's next chapter. As we publish this report, there is an emerging patchwork quilt of legislation in the US, including the Stablecoin Bill Genius Act, marking momentous traction for the industry. It is past time for a regulatory unlock that will strengthen broader crypto, and we welcome legislation that protects consumers and encourages innovation, adoption, and overwhelming 9 in 10 Fortune 500 executives agree that clear, consistent US regulation around crypto, blockchain, and on-chain technologies is essential to support ongoing innovation. So basically, because now we got the stablecoin bill, the Genius Act, people are a lot more confident, with using stablecoins. Guys, this is actually a very big deal, And I'll tell you why it's a big deal in a minute. There's an article that I want to show you. There's been, as it says right here, a rise on-chain activity, and there's been a strong acceleration in global adoption, as you can see right here. See what's going on, guys. What we're happening is we're transitioning to the new system, the digital system. This is all part of the New World Order, Fourth Industrial Revolution. This is just like one aspect of it, Because don't forget, you got all the unbanked people in Africa and Asia and all these, dinky ass third world countries. They're all using stablecoin because their currency is worthless. It's just inflated. It's just eroding in value like significantly. So that's why they've been using stablecoins because all they need is a wallet, a digital wallet. So all they need is a smartphone and internet or mobile data. You know what I mean? And it's very cheap to use the stablecoin. The fees are minimal. Like, you know what I mean? So it's picked up a lot of steam. Well, 245x growth over 5 years in real world asset tokenization to over 21 billion in April 2025. 54% growth in global stablecoin supply year on year. World Economic Forum. If you don't know about the World Economic Forum, this is where all these rich cats go, all the ultra wealthy, the world's richest people, they all meet up in Switzerland every year for the World Economic Forum meeting. And there's a little article here on stablecoin. Here's why reserve-backed cryptocurrencies are on the rise. Came out a few months ago. It says stablecoins are pegged to reserve assets like fiat currencies or gold. Except for USDT. Don't ever buy USDT because it's not actually backed. They say it is, but it's not. USDC is much better. USDC or even Pax dollar or Binance dollar. It says right here, as digital currencies continue to reshape the financial landscape, stablecoins are increasingly bridging the divide between traditional banking system and the world of cryptocurrencies. So basically they're connecting together because the old banking system is so old and worn out and slow. Needs a big overhaul. I've already told you what a stablecoin is. A stablecoin is the type of cryptocurrency that is pegged to a specific reserve asset. Yeah, it's pretty much digital money, guys, backed by an underlying country's currencies. You can see here, look, if you look at the supply of stablecoins in circulation, look at it, it's gone up quite a bit. So in 2020 it was about 12 billion. Now in 2025 we got over 208 billion. And it's probably higher now because we're not even finished 2025. But that's more than almost 20x growth in stablecoin supply in less than 5 years. By now it's probably higher. So you know what I mean? 27.6 trillion last year combined value stablecoin transfer volume. Massive. Most of it is on USDT because it can be run on multiple blockchains. USDC, that's a much better stablecoin. It says most of the trade volume in USDT is conducted in Asia and Europe, while USDC sees most of its trade activity in North America. Like I said, because all these third world countries, they don't have access to proper currency, you know what I mean? Their money is deteriorating so quickly, the value of their money is deteriorating so quickly. That's why they use stablecoins, because it's more effective and the fees are minimal, you know? And it's easy to sign up. They can be on the system within 5 minutes, and then they go from unbanked to being banked. You know, they can receive money within like 5 seconds. They can send money within 5 seconds and receive it. Like, you know what I mean? Banks are all using this. Like, PayPal, they've got their own stablecoin. It says here, right? Standard Chartered Bank announced it was partnering with a cryptocurrency companies to launch a stablecoin that will be pegged to the Hong Kong dollar. Several other banks and financial technology companies such as PayPal, Bank of America, and Stripe also have launched stablecoins or indicated that they intend to enter the market. See what I mean? So all the banks and fintechs, they're all jumping on board with this, because they know this is a much faster way to receive their money, It's more efficient and the fees are a lot lower. There are financial services to over 1 billion people worldwide who lack access to traditional banking. See what I mean? That's the unbanked right there. This regulatory framework crap. I mean, this is where it's heading, guys. Another really important thing I want to show you. The World Bank classifies XRP as a stablecoin for cross-border payments. This was about a year ago, a bit over a year ago, year and a half ago. And what happened? RLUSD, Ripple stablecoin, conveniently came out that year as well in 2024. The World Bank report also emphasized that XRP and XLM enable faster and more efficient cross-border payments than traditional correspondent banking methods. It says here Ripple needs no other stablecoin, exactly, because they got their own stablecoin and it's interoperable. So guys, this is what's going to cause the value of XRP to skyrocket. This is just one of the use cases, We're still in its early days. It just talks about automated market makers and stuff like that. I think I'm going to end the show there. Anyway, guys, Crypto Mastermind out. Take care.